go through my website, you can see some material which is which would be quite useful to you. If you go to the members area, and there is a part called slides. Okay, if you come down here and look at the slides, also there are some videos and some files, as you might have seen those. And just excuse me 1 minute, please. Okay, excuse me. I don't know why it's not loading, but well, in any case, if that doesn't open, you can look at the files, and it's the marking criteria. Okay, and why is this important? Is because our objective is to achieve this. Okay. And later on, you can actually look at the other skills as well, and each part has some files and material. Okay, so make sure you use those. Okay, now you might, your first question is probably, what should we do? Yes?
Yes.
What are we supposed to do? Okay. Well, in preparation for examination, what we need to see is, the first thing is, find out what skills are required. Okay. And then improve those skills. And also familiarize with the format. Okay. And now, how much do you know about OET?
I know a little about it. Just you know, I have I've had the chance to watch some video from YouTube,
Okay.
and also read you know, some books which have been introduced in some groups, Telegram groups, like a book which is called 400 page book, and some others.
I wouldn't recommend that. That's don't use that.
Exactly, there are you know, much dazzling information about this books. Someone tells that it's good. Someone tells that it's old-fashioned and you know, confusing.
Okay. Well, don't use them, and I'll tell you why. No, the first thing is that you know, I'm an official provider. Okay. To be an official provider, I have done training with OET. Okay. So basically, to teach OET, if you want to be an official provider, you need to take some courses, and I've done those courses, and that's why I can firmly say that do not use that 400-page pamphlet, because it is old-fashioned, and we'll discuss why. Okay, so we know that for sure this examination has 4 parts, which is writing and speaking, and then listening. I would say reading first, and I will tell you why, and listening. Okay. What I normally do, I work on these skills one by one and give you a quick overview of everything. And then after that, we talk about practice, how to practice them. Okay. I do have a syllabus, if you would like to know. I've made some changes, but I will send this to you anyway. So basically, what I normally do is this. So in the 10 sessions, I start with writing and then speaking and then reading and then listening, and its general approach and how to practice. And then from session 5 to 10, we practice with writing and speaking, because those are the productive skills. So basically, we have 4 sessions for writing, 4 sessions for speaking, and 1 session for each reading and listening. The reason is because you need to practice these yourself, and I cannot give you much feedback, but it's just the skills that are required, and we will discuss those. Okay. What does it mean? Now, in writing, what do you need to do to have to get a good mark in writing? What is required, basically?
Me, for writing, I think getting a general idea of the prompt or task. The second one is to provide the examiner with a great platform of the writing, paragraphs, and the grammar, vocabulary, and also relevant information. I think giving the relevant information about the patient is the most important thing to do to get a acceptable grade.
Okay, good. Okay. Right. So basically, okay, let's see. The format of the exam is the format is a letter, 180 to 200 words, and you've got 5 minutes to read only, and 40 minutes to read, to write and proofread. Okay. Okay. So that is basically the format of the exam.
Interrupt you, Doctor.
Yes.
One question. In this 5 minutes reading time, will we have access to the, to the paper we are supposed to write on, or no?
Yes, but you're not supposed to hold any pens in your hands. Okay. So
we are unable to start off with writing.
You cannot write anything at all. You just need to read. Okay. Right. Okay. So then what happens then? You need to find out what skills are required. Okay. Basically, what is expected. Okay. Now, to see that, I refer you to we have this writing criteria, official criteria. It is available in the website. Okay, and I will in the OET website. I have downloaded this here. Okay. So basically, this is how you are marked. Okay. Based on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 criteria. Okay. And you get 3 marks for purpose and 7 for each of these. Okay. So in other words, what happens is you need to show these skills to in order to be able to get a good mark. Okay. This is as you can see, it says updated writing criteria. This was updated in August 2019. Okay, so it is less than 1 year ago. Okay, so no, actually exactly 1 year. The 3rd of August 2019. Today is the 10th. So this writing criteria changed last year, and as you can see, the previous criteria was different from this. Okay, and there was something called overall task fulfillment, and there was something called comprehension of a stimulus. There was something called appropriate language. There was something called grammar and cohesion, and there was something called spelling, punctuation, and layout. Okay. Now, I draw your attention to this. These two are grammar. Okay. This is grammar. This is spelling, punctuation, layout. Okay. Grammar and punctuation. So basically, this is language. And this has become one. Okay. So basically, out of 500 marks, now we have less than 100 for grammar. Okay. And comprehension of stimulus has become purpose. And it was basically 100 marks, it is now 50. So there is less weight on grammar, vocabulary, and purpose, but there is more weight on the some other skills, and these are professional skills. These are not much to do with language. Okay. And that's why I'm telling you not to use that book, because it is based on this old criteria. And the new criteria is very different. So the 400 marks, or 300 and I would say definitely 360 marks, is something new. Okay. And that's why the people who actually read that 400-page book, they score about 320. Okay. So yeah, so basically those that was the 500 marks. So that was 100 marks each. You know, we mark the OET exam from 500 out of 500. Now, purpose has 3 marks, and the other ones have 7 marks. Okay. And then, right, why are these important? Okay. So basically, and it is a comparison of how things have changed, the criteria. Okay. So why is it important to know these? My question is, why do we need to know about these? What is that?
The most important things about understanding this is that we can, build up our mind at the beginning of our practice to follow exact correct way to writing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically, we have band descriptors here, and this means that, right? It is telling me what I need to do to get a band 7 in content. That is the maximum mark, okay? And if I compare this with this, it tells me if I don't do something, then I will lose marks, okay? So basically, it's telling me what I need to do, okay? It gives me an action plan, all right? Is that logical?
Yes.
Okay, so the action plan is these skills. This is something we need to show. And it's the same thing for all the skills. So this is basically, I'll send you this, and I would like you to actually print it and read through it, and then you write an action plan for yourself in your own language, and you say what I need to do, a personalized action plan. Okay. So okay. Basically, very quickly, if we want to just have a quick look, is right. The purpose, which has 3 marks. Let's see. What does it mean? It means that the purpose of document is immediately apparent and sufficiently expanded as required. Okay. Now, I highlight this bit. Purpose of the document is immediately apparent. Okay. And sufficiently expanded. So it's got 2 parts: immediately apparent, sufficiently expanded. Agree? And so if we have these 2 conditions, we get 3 marks. If purpose of document is apparent, but not sufficiently highlighted or expanded, okay, so I lose 1 mark. So if it's not expanded, so I need to understand what this expansion means, okay. Purpose of document is not immediately apparent, okay, and show very limited expansion. So I lose another mark. So it's not apparent and no expansion. And purpose of the document is partially obscured, unclear, or misunderstood, then I get nothing. Okay. Right. And I show you something. I have a table for marking, which is correction table. Okay, I paste this here. So criterion number 1 is purpose, okay? And purpose has 3 marks out of, this is 3 marks. The other ones are 7 marks, okay? And the total is 38. This total of 38 is 500, is converted. Therefore, purpose is nearly 50 marks, and the other ones are nearly 90, okay? So that's 7 changes to 90 out of 500, okay? So in order to get B, you need to get 350 out of 500, and that would be a band score of B, okay? And that means 70%, okay? So you need to get 70% of the marks, right? Okay, now we are here at purpose. We want to know what we are supposed to do with the letter to score the full mark, okay? So we know what to do now. What we need to do is this, to write a letter whose purpose is immediately apparent and sufficiently expanded, okay? Right, so I would say for purpose. And purpose. So it's telling us what we need to do, okay? Immediately apparent, sufficiently expanded, okay? And as you can see, okay, immediately apparent and immediately apparent. So if it is immediately apparent, which is more important, it's got 2 marks, okay? But this expansion has got 1 mark. So out of the 3, this one is more important, okay? So it's 2 out of 3, and sufficiently expanded is 1 out of 3. Okay. Now, let's go and translate this. to see what it means in practice. Okay. We'll look at writing task from, let's say, this one, which is from the OET website.